We're joined today by Travis Beinke, Managing Director and CEO of Australian Rare Earths. Travis, thanks for your time.
Thanks, David. Thanks for having us.
The Cupamara project in South Australia, a significant rare earth opportunity. Talk to us about the project and why is it so compelling?
Yeah, so to date we've defined a really large resource. We've got a 186 million tonne resource at Cupamara. We've got significant exploration target upside at the resource. So the ability for us to continue to grow the size of the resource and the scale of the operation is significant. Recently we've also been releasing a number of assay results from our last drill campaign, and what that's highlighted is the opportunity for shallow high-grade subset of the resource, which will be really important as we look to our development plans and look to develop the higher value component of the resource early. So the resource, it's there, it's large, and it's ready for us to develop. We've also done a lot of work on the flow sheet development. We've recently pivoted to a heap leach development approach, which we think is really going to unlock the potential of the project. It allows us to have much lower capital costs for the project, lower operating costs, much lower power use, water consumption. So lots of environmental benefits that will come with this change to the design, and it really setting us up for a pathway to production now.
How important is it to understand the recoveries for an ore body such as yours? We see a lot about rare earth projects and ionic clay projects, but recovery is the key.
Absolutely, yeah. So obviously there's a bit of a varying degree of recoveries for these clay projects, and it's important that you do a lot of work on the metallurgical side of things. So yeah, grade's obviously important, but the ability to recover the rare earths at a good rate with good operating conditions is really key to unlocking the economics of these projects.
What do the recoveries look like for your project?
Yeah, so since looking at the heap leach approach, we're very early in the test work on columns that test that lab scale test work for the heap leach. So initially our recoveries are ranging from 40% to 70%. So it's a really encouraging starting point, unoptimised at this point because it is early. So the test work ahead of us now is really around optimising that leach, the leaching characteristics, the ore preparation, agglomeration, some of the ore variability across the resource, as well as potentially how high we can go in those heaps. So lots of exciting test work ahead of us for the heap leach.
And where to from here? What should investors be focusing on from the company, from both an operational and a news flow point of view?
Yeah, so very much focused on the continuing that flow sheet development. So we've got the additional test work around the heap leach approach, so the optimisation of the leaching, and then we'll move into looking at the impurity removal step and the MREC production. So next 3 to 6 months, intensive work around the flow sheet development. We've already completed the majority of our environmental baseline studies for what we think will be the initial mining lease footprint. So that's essentially done. So we'll be moving to impact assessments on our mining operation in preparation for the submission of a mining lease application. Sometime in the new year would be what we're targeting. We've also got some early stage auguring results from some extensional tenements that we've been conducting over the last few months, so we'll have some updates around that. And we've recently entered into an option agreement to acquire the Overland Uranium project, which is a new project into our portfolio, and we're looking forward to making some progress on that over the coming months.
And importantly, well funded.
Yeah, we sure are. So we have just over $9 million in cash, so that puts us in a really strong position to make advancement and material advancement on all of our projects within the portfolio. So yeah, it's great to have that support.
On the right development path, the right commodities in the right location. Exciting times ahead for the company and its shareholders. Thanks for your time.
Thanks, David. Appreciate it.